Home buyers, watch this before you sign an agreement with a buyer's agent. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We are the Hatch Homes Group, and you have Johnny and Angela today for our Monday housing market update. Many of you know who are following real estate that you now have to sign a buyer-broker agreement if you are going to be a home buyer and buy a house and use a buyer's agent. So what we're noticing is that there are already some buyers that are entering these contracts kind of willy-nilly, not really understanding much about it. You know, we had somebody come into an open house and say, oh, hey, like, I would rather work with you. Like, how do I get out of my buyer broker agreement? And first off, we can't help you there. That's a contract. We cannot get you out of your contract. So we thought we would break down some really important things that you should ask before you enter those buyer broker agreements.
So here are 5 things you should discuss with an agent before signing a lengthy buyer broker agreement. So the first question is you should ask your potential agent is, can we go over the home buying process, and go over your multiple offer strategy, go over my home buying criteria, and going over market conditions.
Yeah, and I'll just chime in that if you have to ask that question of your agent, then that might be a bad sign, because every time we are starting to work with a buyer, that is our first thing that we're doing is we're saying, let's sit down and go over these things.
Absolutely. And the second thing you should ask, if you're getting sent this agreement and just expected to sign it, that's kind of a red flag there. So you should be asking, hey, can we go over this agreement and can you walk me through it?
Yeah, and that leads into 3. Question number 3 is what happens if I want to cancel the contract or if I don't buy a house? So that really goes into the actual going over the buyer broker agreement so you really understand what you're signing, because there's different ways that the buyer broker agreement can be filled out, and one of them does have a cancellation fee. It does have, like if you don't buy a house, a fee. So those are things that you should know, right? You should know that if you don't end up buying a house or if you cancel, that you might be obligated to pay your agent anyway. Number 4, what additional services do you provide your buyers? That is, I think, a big thing that we're really proud of. You know, when we meet with buyers, we have a whole guide that we're giving them about the whole home buying process. We have really tight vendor relationships that can really help you throughout the process.
And ongoing relationships. So if you have issues with your home or something you want to do to your home afterwards, let's say you want to make an upgrade, you don't got to search Google. We have a whole bunch of vendors, from contractors, plumbers, electricians, really anything to do with your house that we could refer you to.
Yeah, and client care afterwards. You know, like we stay in touch. We're not the type of realtors that are like, cool, I sold you a house, now I'm never going to talk to you again. But then the other huge thing right now is like prospecting for like a house for you. So not just, hey, you set yourself up on a search and let me know when you see a property. That is not how we do things, right? We're actively looking for a house for you. We're also prospecting maybe off-market properties, expired, withdrawn, things like that. We're really house hunting for you. And that is a big thing that we've heard in the past, that buyers really complain about. Hey, I was working with this buyer's agent and I didn't hear from them unless I wanted to see a house, and I would text them, hey, can I see this house? And they'd be like, sure. That's very passive service, right? We're proactive, very different.
The 5th thing you should ask is, can you provide me some client reviews? Google reviews, we all look at them, right? But this agent should be able to show you reviews from this last year of their clients. Are their clients happy with them? How did they describe their service?
Yeah, and it shows that they actually sell houses too.
Yeah, right?
You know, like
Yeah, you want an active agent, and reviews show that they are active.
So in closing, if you're a home buyer and you're just contemplating, might want to buy a house in the next 12 months, then you should reach out to an agent early before you want to actually see the house, because the issue that we're finding is that buyers are not engaging with the buyer's agent close enough to when they want to buy. So then they have to go, oh, I want to see this house. This is perfect. And then they have to just go sign a contract with whoever is right there that can show them the house. That can sometimes be great, and like you luck out, and that agent that answers the phone is awesome, but it's a risk. So you're much better off engaging with a realtor, asking them questions early, even if you're in the early stages of wanting to buy. And we would love to help you with that. Reach out. Remember to like and subscribe. And what else?